Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Marshall Thundering Herd and the Wisconsin Badgers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you get to Madison, Wisconsin, you know you're someplace special when you walk into Camp Randall Stadium. This is one of the largest and oldest stadiums in the country, opening in 1917. The students make it special. Every time there's a cool moment in the third and fourth quarter, Camp Randall continues to prove one of the best home field advantages in the Big Ten. Nice?
Okay, Holly. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Badgers offense will have the football first. And here comes their freshman 4-star quarterback. Gets the start for this team and tries to get the offense rolling. Looking for room, it's Palmer. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and this defense gets off to a good start.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Right back to the well. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Looking for a crease to the left. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Finding open areas. Maybe some room here. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Badgers have their offense in high gear. The run inside. It's Palmer. There he goes. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun to give, looking for room. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And how about that play call on 3rd and long? Probably everybody thinking pass in the building. They run the option, and the QB makes the good read. Look, nobody's got me. Nobody takes me. I'll take it. I'll get the first down. Nice play call on 3rd and long.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The RPO, it's complete. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Might be looking to run. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Flushed out of the pocket. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's fourth down. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. So the Marshall Thundering Herd has the ball for the first time, and their offense will go to work. And this guy doubtless will be a huge part of the game plan. Made a name for himself in this offseason. Now he'll have to try to live up to the billing. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Back to pass. Finds his man down the middle. He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a first down for Marshall.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot. And that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. It makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Here's a give to Washington. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. time he wants to throw. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He wants to change this route. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Connection to the right. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. It's complete. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Skips away from pressure. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Listen to this place. Oh, man, and they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Takes the easy one to the back. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Let's talk for a second about Marshall. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Shotgun snap on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Marshall will be forced to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. Didn't get anything done 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Spurred. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Palmer. Picks up the 1st down. Finding some room. At the 20. Touchdown, Wisconsin. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. To the air on 1st down. Swings it out to his running back. Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw it again. Extending the play. Gets rid of it. Fires it incomplete. All right, guys, let's chat for a minute about Marshall. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Trying to escape and get it himself. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Palmer. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 3rd and 6 yards to go. The snap sets up to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And now the lead is extended a little further. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start this drive going to the air, using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now while they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Got a man. It's Taylor.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Badger. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Got a man. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on third down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field. Just
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They'll go with Washington. Past the 45. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 17 team, the Boston College Eagles.
What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Marshall's head coach told me at the half they have got to consider what they should do here in the second half. They're getting the first start of his career, has struggled here in the first half. They have some decisions to make. I will keep you posted as to the conversations and what I'm seeing on the sideline about how they handle this young player moving forward. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Second down, they'll go to the air. The short hand, it's Ortiz. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. They'll get the first down, it's spotted on the 49.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Moving away from pressure. On the run, fires downfield. That's caught. It's Washington. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. Trying to run, it's Washington. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Marshall! Into the end zone for 6. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. So Marshall is out on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Got out of trouble and throws. Grabbed in the middle. It's Taylor. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Here's a give to Washington. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Made the catch, but nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and he stopped right at the line, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Washington. At the 45, on its way. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, first and 10 from the 33. Grabbed behind the line. It's Washington. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. They're in the red zone. First and 10 from the 20. From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his man. It's Washington. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. A great catch and run for 6. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer.
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
What a day it It's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Now the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man to the left. Turning it on! Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and you hear it all the time. Coaches talk about it. Don't throw across your body. Don't throw across your body. These guys nowadays, they do it more and more because they're more athletic and they can change their arm angles all the time. But right there, it was an incompletion.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Let's go down to the sideline and holler.
Hey guys, from what I can see here on the Marshall sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
Howie, thank you. Running inside, it's Washington. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. This home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They'll go with Washington. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Fourth and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on fourth and short.
Looking to throw on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Throwing right. Another incompletion on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Washington.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
To the air on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Washington. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Fires on the move. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Herd. Extra point here will give them the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air on 2nd down. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the tight end. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets it to him on the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Badgers will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They've been outstanding the last couple of possessions, both times winding up in the end zone, and they've grabbed the lead. On the run, still looking. He's going to take off across the 45. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Buying some time as he moves left. He'll try to do it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. The Thundering Herd to the line facing a 2nd and short. The give and tick, 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 tick. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. Defense calls a timeout. 2:07 remaining on the clock. Interesting strategy here to try to maximize their use of the 2-minute timeout. Give to Washington again. Timeout on the field, 2:03 remaining. The defense trying to manipulate that clock and maximize the time with the 2-minute timeout coming up.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Here's a give to Washington. There's some room, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Marshall!
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
And here's the return. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Off play action. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. Snap from the gun on third down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
A nice play by this defense, and now you are one play away. Like, you've got the lead. You've got to pin your ears back. You're coming home, and you're playing the pass on this play, and you are trying to end this game right here.
Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the fourth down conversion.
The Badgers now use their third timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Marshall would love to just see that clock run out. Makes a grab and room to run. Kangaroos his way into the house. Touchdown, Thundering Herd!
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week one, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession,
he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Looking to buy time. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.